He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. Have you ever noticed how some people always seem to win socially, yet they never argue, never compete, never chase attention? They don't dominate conversations. They don't prove themselves. They don't play the usual games. And still, doors open for them. People listen. People hesitate before crossing them. That's because truly intelligent people don't win social games by playing harder. They win by refusing to play at all. Most social games are traps. Status games, ego games, approval games. Power struggles disguised as conversation. And the moment you step into them, you've already lost something: your leverage. Intelligent people understand this early. The real advantage is not winning inside the game. It's choosing the position outside it. Let's break down how they do it. First, intelligent people don't compete for attention. They know attention is cheap. Anyone can talk louder. Anyone can interrupt. Anyone can perform. So they don't rush to speak. They wait. And silence does something strange in social settings. It creates gravity. People start leaning in. They start wondering what you think. They start projecting value onto you. Because in group dynamics, the one who speaks the least often controls the frame. Think about meetings. The loudest person is rarely the most respected. The one who speaks last, calmly, selectively, is. Intelligent people speak when it matters, not when it's their turn. Second, they never reveal their full position too early. Most people overshare. They explain their motives. They clarify their intentions. They show their emotional cards immediately. That makes them readable and therefore manageable. Intelligent people keep space. They don't lie. They just don't volunteer unnecessary information. When asked for opinions, they respond carefully. When challenged, they don't rush to defend. Because the more predictable you are, the easier you are to control. Uncertainty creates leverage. When people don't know exactly where you stand, they treat you more carefully. Third, intelligent people don't react emotionally to social pressure. Pressure is the most common tool in social games. Guilt, teasing, shame, urgency, subtle disrespect. Most people react instantly. They explain. They justify. They laugh nervously. They fold. Intelligent people pause. They let the pressure sit in the air. They understand that discomfort is not danger. It's just a test. And when you don't react, the test fails. Because social dominance often comes from one simple thing: who stays calm longer. The person who doesn't rush to fix the tension controls the interaction. Fourth, intelligent people don't argue to win. They don't need to. Arguments lock you into someone else's frame. They force you to defend, justify, prove. So instead of arguing, they ask questions. What makes you think that? Why does this matter to you? What's your goal here? Questions shift power. Now the other person is explaining. Now the other person is exposed. Now the other person is working. And here's the key: the one who explains the most usually has less power. Intelligent people don't try to dominate conversations. They let others reveal themselves. Fifth, they don't chase approval, even subtly. Approval seeking is invisible submission, laughing when something isn't funny, agreeing when you don't agree, softening your words to avoid tension. Intelligent people don't do that, not because they're rude, but because they respect themselves enough to stand still. They don't need to be liked immediately. They know respect lasts longer than charm. And paradoxically, the less you chase approval, the more people offer it, because confidence that doesn't beg is rare. Sixth, intelligent people control their availability. They're not always reachable, not always responsive, not always ready. They don't drop everything to please others. They don't overcommit. They don't explain why they're busy. This creates value. In social psychology, scarcity increases perceived worth. The harder someone is to access, the more carefully people treat them. Intelligent people build lives that don't revolve around other people's demands, and that alone protects them from being used. Seventh, they never fight disrespect emotionally. Disrespect is bait. It's designed to provoke a reaction: anger, defensiveness, submission. Most people take it personally. Intelligent people take it strategically. If it's minor, they ignore it. If it's direct, they address it once, calmly, clearly. That's not acceptable. Don't speak to me like that. No drama, no lecture, no repeated warnings. Then they disengage if necessary. Because respect isn't created by arguments, it's created by consequences. Eighth, intelligent people don't try to control others. That's a crucial point. People who try to dominate socially often end up exposed. They reveal insecurity. They invite resistance. Intelligent people focus on self-control. They regulate their tone, their body language, their emotional responses, and people naturally adjust around them, because the person who controls themselves doesn't need to control others. Ninth, they understand that not every social situation deserves engagement. Some games are designed so everyone loses. Gossip, status comparisons, power triangles. Intelligent people walk away early. They don't announce it. They don't explain it. They just stop participating. And when you stop feeding a game, it dies. Finally, intelligent people know this. Social power is not about dominance. It's about independence. The less you need from people, their approval, validation, agreement, the more influence you have. Because nothing is more unsettling than someone who can walk away calmly, someone who isn't reactive, someone who isn't desperate, someone who isn't trying to win. They already have. If this way of thinking resonates with you, if you want to understand psychology, power, and human behavior without noise, subscribe. This channel is about seeing the game clearly, so you never have to play it again.